Captain Jake Morrison stood on the bridge of the USS Liberty. The stars looked peaceful through the big window. He had been out here for 3 months, checking on the new human colonies. Everything seemed normal until today. The ship's computer made a loud beeping sound. Lieutenant Amy Walsh looked up from her station. Her face was pale. "Captain, we have a big ship coming toward us. It's huge. Bigger than anything we've ever seen." Jake walked over to her screen. The alien ship was the size of a small city. It looked like it was made of crystal and metal mixed together. Strange lights moved across its surface like living things. "Try to talk to them," Jake said. His voice stayed calm, but his heart was beating fast. Amy pressed some buttons. "This is the human ship Liberty. Please respond." For a few minutes, nothing happened. Then the air in front of Jake started to glow. A shape appeared. It was tall and looked like it was made of blue crystal. It had no face that Jake could see, but somehow he knew it was looking at him. "I am Vextar," the alien said. Its voice sounded like wind blowing through caves. "I speak for the Velkin hegemony. We have watched your species spread across the stars. This must stop." Jake stepped forward. "I'm Captain Morrison. We come in peace. We just want to build homes on empty worlds. Peace?" The crystal being made a sound like breaking glass. "Your kind brings only war and death. We have seen this before with other young species. You must return to your home world. All humans must leave the colonies within 1 year." "That's impossible," Jake said. "Millions of people live on those worlds now. They have families, homes, jobs. Then they will die," Vextar said simply. "We have spoken. You have 1 year." The alien shape disappeared. Jake stared at the empty air where it had been. "Amy, get me Admiral Carter right away." The call took an hour to reach Earth. Admiral Lisa Carter appeared on the main screen. She was a tough woman with gray hair and sharp eyes. She had fought in the colony wars 10 years ago. "Jake, tell me everything," she said. Jake explained about the alien ship and the message. Carter's face got darker as he talked. "How many ships do they have?" she asked. "We count at least 50 big ones around our space. They're just sitting. They're watching us." Carter was quiet for a long time. "Come home, Jake. We need to talk about this face to face." Back on Earth, Jake met with the top military leaders. The meeting room was deep underground in an old mountain. Dr. Alex Turner was there too. He was the smartest person Jake had ever met. His thick glasses made his eyes look huge. "The aliens have technology we don't understand," Dr. Turner said. He showed pictures on a big screen. "Their ships seem to be alive. They can fix themselves and grow bigger." "What about our weapons?" asked Admiral Carter. "We tested them on some small alien ships," Dr. Turner said sadly. "Our guns don't hurt them. The energy just makes them stronger." Jake felt sick. "So we can't fight them?" "Not with normal weapons," Dr. Turner said. He looked around the room. "But I have been working on something else, something secret." He pressed a button. The screen showed the moon. But this was the dark side that people on Earth never saw. A huge building covered most of the surface. It looked like a giant metal flower with petals pointed at the stars. "This is the quantum resonance array," Dr. Turner said. "We built it to help us mine asteroids and make new planets better for humans. But I think we can change it into a weapon." "How powerful?" Carter asked. "If it works, it could destroy anything, even a planet." Everyone was quiet. Jake thought about the alien threat. Millions of humans would die if they had to leave the colonies. Many more would die if the aliens attacked Earth. "How long do you need?" Carter asked. 6 months to make the changes, maybe less if we work fast." Carter nodded. "Do it, and keep it secret. If the aliens find out, they might attack us right now. Over the next few weeks, The alien ships just waited. They didn't attack, but they didn't leave either. Human ships tried to leave the colonies, but the aliens sent them back. Earth was trapped. Jake took the Liberty out to patrol the edge of human space. Every day, he saw the alien ships. They were beautiful and terrible at the same time. Sometimes, smaller ships would come close to look at the humans. Jake's crew was scared, but they did their jobs. On one patrol, Jake met Captain Pete Rodriguez. He commanded the USS Independence. Pete was Jake's old friend from the military school. "This is crazy," Pete said as they talked on the video screen. "We can't fight those things." "Maybe we won't have to," Jake said. He couldn't tell Pete about Dr. Turner's secret weapon. "The smart people are working on something? I hope they work fast," Pete said. "My crew is getting scared. We all are." Back on the moon, Dr. Turner worked with his team day and night. Dr. Marie Lopez helped him with the math. Engineer Carl Davis fixed the machines when they broke. They all knew that millions of lives depended on their work. The weapon was almost ready when the aliens sent another message. This time, Vextar appeared in the main government building on Earth. Important people from every country were there. "Your time is almost up," the crystal being said. "We see that you have not started leaving the colonies. This is your last warning." The president of Earth stood up. She was a brave woman, but Jake could see she was scared too. "Our people need more time," she said. "Moving millions of people is not easy." "You have had enough time," Vextar said. "If you do not start leaving in 1 week, we will help you leave. Your empty colonies will serve as examples to other young species." The alien disappeared again. Jake knew what that meant. The aliens would start killing humans in 1 week. He called Dr. Turner. "How much more time do you need?" 2 weeks, the scientist said. "Maybe 3. You have 1 week," Jake said. "After that, people start dying." Dr. Turner's voice was shaky. "We'll try, Jake. We'll try." The week passed too quickly. Jake Morrison watched from the Liberty as the alien ships began to move. They were heading toward New Houston, the biggest human colony. 3 million people live there. "All ships, this is Morrison," Jake said into his radio. "We're going to protect New Houston. I know our weapons don't work well, but we have to try." Captain Pete Rodriguez answered first. "The Independence is with you, Jake." 12 other human ships joined them. It was a small fleet against 50 alien ships, but it was all they had. Alien ships were beautiful and scary. They looked like giant sea creatures made of crystal and metal. As Jake watched, one of them opened its mouth and smaller ships flew out. The big ships were alive, and they were having babies. "Fire all weapons," Jake ordered. The human ships shot energy beams and missiles at the aliens. The weapons hit their targets, but something strange happened. The alien ships absorbed the energy and grew bigger. Their wounds healed in seconds. "It's not working," Amy Walsh shouted from her station. "They're getting stronger." Jake made a hard choice. "All ships, ram the alien vessels. We can't let them reach New Houston." The human ships flew straight at the aliens. The USS Independence hit a big alien ship in the side. Both ships exploded in a ball of fire. Pete Rodriguez died saving the colony, but he took an alien ship with him. 3 more human ships rammed the aliens. The aliens seemed confused by this. They had never fought anyone who would kill themselves to win, but it wasn't enough. The remaining alien ships reached New Houston. Jake watched in horror as they began to destroy the cities below. Millions of people tried to escape, but there was nowhere to go. The aliens broadcast the attack to all human worlds. They wanted everyone to see what happened when you didn't obey the Vulcan hegemony. On the moon, Dr. Turner worked frantically. He had not slept in 3 days. Dr. Marie Lopez brought him coffee and food, but he barely ate. A weapon is almost ready, he told Admiral Carter over the radio. But we have a problem. We need someone to get close to the alien fleet. We need exact measurements of their quantum signatures. Carter was quiet for a moment. What kind of close? Inside their formation. Close enough to touch their ships. That's suicide, Carter said. Maybe, Turner said. But without that data, the weapon won't work. Lieutenant Amy Walsh volunteered for the mission. She was the best pilot in the fleet. Jake didn't want to let her go, but they had no choice. Take the stealth ship, Jake told her. Get the data, and get out fast. Amy's ship was small and invisible to most sensors. She flew through the alien fleet like a ghost. The aliens didn't see her as she measured their ships with special instruments. What she found was amazing. All the alien ships were connected to each other. They shared thoughts and energy through quantum entanglement. And all of them were connected to their homeworld, Vel Cathis Prime. It's like a giant brain, Amy reported. The home world tells all the ships what to do. This was the information Dr. Turner needed. He worked with his team to modify the weapon. If they could cut the connection between the ships and the home world, the aliens would be helpless, but the weapon needed enormous amounts of power. Carl Davis, the engineer, shook his head when he saw the numbers. This will drain every power plant on Earth, he said, and we only get one shot. If we miss, we won't have energy for a second try. Dr. Turner looked at the weapon they had built. It was the size of a city. Thousands of people had worked on it in secret. Now everything depended on it working perfectly. Meanwhile, the aliens continued their attacks. They destroyed 2 more colonies. Jake's fleet tried to stop them, but the humans were too weak. Every battle cost them ships and lives. The worst part was that the aliens didn't just kill quickly. They captured humans and experimented on them. They wanted to understand how humans thought and felt. The prisoners were never seen again. Jake was angry and sad. He had lost many friends, including Pete Rodriguez. The aliens showed no mercy to anyone, not even children. Admiral Carter called a meeting of all the human leaders. The room was full of scared and angry people. We have one chance, she said. Dr. Turner's weapon is ready, but we need to choose a target. The home world, Jake said immediately. Cut off the head of the snake. That means killing billions of innocent aliens, said Dr. Helen Park, one of Turner's team. Most of them probably don't even know about the war. They didn't care about innocent humans, Jake replied. I saw them destroy New Houston. They killed children. The argument went on for hours. Some people wanted to find a peaceful solution. Others wanted revenge for the dead colonies. Finally, Carter made the decision. We'll fire a warning shot first. We'll destroy something that shows our power, but doesn't kill civilians. If they still don't stop, then we target the homeworld. Dr. Turner suggested targeting the homeworld's moon. It was uninhabited, but clearly visible from the planet. If they destroyed it, the aliens would understand that Earth could reach them anywhere. Can you do it? Carter asked. Turner looked at his calculations. The moon is smaller than a planet. It should be easier to destroy, but we'll still need all of Earth's power. Do it, Carter said. The team worked for 2 more days to prepare the weapon. They had to be perfect. The quantum resonance array could manipulate matter at the atomic level across vast distances. It was the most powerful weapon ever built. On the day of the test, Jake stood in the control room on the moon. Through the window, he could see Earth rising over the lunar horizon. It looked so peaceful and blue. He thought about all the people down there, waiting to see if they would live or die. Dr. Turner stood at the main control panel. His hands were shaking as he entered the final commands. Targeting the moon of Vel Cathis Prime, he said. Distance 37 light years. Quantum signature locked. The weapon began to charge. The entire moon shook as massive amounts of energy flowed through the array. On Earth, lights went out in cities as all the power was directed to the weapon. Firing. In 10 seconds, Turner said. Jake held his breath. This was humanity's last hope. Fire, Carter ordered. The weapon fired. There was no flash, no sound. The beam was invisible, made of pure quantum energy. It crossed the galaxy in an instant, faster than light itself. 37 light years away, the beam hit the moon of Vel-Cathis Prime. The quantum energy destabilized the moon's atomic structure. For a moment, the moon collapsed into a tiny black hole. Then it exploded in a burst of energy that lit up the alien star system. The message was clear. Earth had a weapon that could destroy worlds from across the galaxy. The aliens had been warned. The alien fleet stopped moving. For 3 days, the bioships just floated in space like they were sleeping. Jake Morrison watched them from the Liberty, waiting to see what would happen next. The quantum weapon had worked perfectly. 37 light years away, the moon of Vel-Cathis Prime was gone. All that remained was a cloud of glowing gas where it used to be. The aliens on the home world could see it in their sky, a bright reminder of Earth's power. Dr. Turner was exhausted, but excited. The weapon had done exactly what he calculated. The quantum beam had crossed the galaxy instantly and destroyed its target with perfect precision. We did it, he told Admiral Carter. We showed them we can reach them anywhere. But Carter was not celebrating yet. Let's see how they respond. The answer came quickly. Vexstar appeared in the command center on Earth. The crystal alien was different now. Its blue glow was darker, angrier. You have made a terrible mistake, Vexstar said. Its voice sounded like grinding stone. You destroyed our sacred moon. This cannot be forgiven. Admiral Carter stepped forward. It was a warning. We could have targeted your home world instead. Stop your attacks, and we can talk peace. Peace? Vexstar made that glass-breaking sound again. You are stellar terrorists. Your species must be eliminated completely. Every human in the galaxy will die. The alien disappeared. Within hours, every Velkin ship began moving toward Earth. They were not just coming to capture colonies anymore. They were coming to wipe out humanity forever. Jake called an emergency meeting with all the remaining ship captains. There were only 20 human ships left. The aliens had over 200 ships heading for Earth. We can't stop them all, Captain. Roy Bennett said. He commanded the USS Freedom. Even if we ram every ship we have, we won't get them all. We have to try, Jake said. Every ship we stop is thousands of lives saved on Earth. The captains agreed to fight. They knew they would probably die, but they had families on Earth. They would not let the aliens reach home without a fight. Meanwhile, the aliens did something new. They activated ancient weapons that had been sleeping in deep space for thousands of years. Huge machines the size of asteroids began moving toward human colonies. These were planet killers, designed to eat entire worlds. Dr. Turner watched the reports with growing horror. They're going to destroy everything, he told his team. Not just kill the people, but consume the planets themselves. Dr. Marie Lopez looked at the data. The planet killers release organisms that eat all organic matter. They turn living worlds into dead rocks. How long until they reach the colonies? Turner asked. 2 weeks for the closest ones. A month for Earth. Turner made a decision that would haunt him forever. He called Admiral Carter. We have to fire the weapon again, he said. This time at their home world. Carter was quiet for a long time. Alex, that's billions of lives, including civilians who never chose this war. They're going to kill every human in the galaxy, Turner replied, including civilians who never chose this war. We have to stop them. The debate raged for hours. Some people thought destroying the alien homeworld was wrong. Others said it was the only way to save humanity. Jake supported the weapon. He had seen what the aliens did to human prisoners. They showed no mercy to anyone, young or old. The aliens had made their choice when they decided to exterminate humanity. They started this war, Jake told the council. They chose to make it a war of extinction. We're just finishing what they started. Dr. Helen Park disagreed. We'll be just as bad as them if we kill billions of innocent people. The innocent people are the ones on the colonies being eaten alive by their machines, Jake replied. The aliens could stop this war right now by going home. Instead, they choose to continue. Captain Amy Walsh had returned from her scouting mission with more bad news. The aliens are bringing everything they have. I saw ships I've never seen before. Some of them were the size of small moons. The final decision came down to Admiral Carter. She stood in the war room, looking at pictures of the destroyed human colonies. Millions of people were already dead. Billions more would die if the planet killers reached Earth. Prepare the weapon, she ordered. Target Vel Cathis Prime. Doctor. Turner felt sick as he gave the order to his team. He had created the weapon to protect humanity, but now it would be used to commit genocide. He told himself that the aliens had given them no choice. The quantum resonance array took 2 days to recharge. All of Earth's power was needed again. Cities went dark as every generator was connected to the weapon. This time, the targeting was more complex. Amy Walsh's data showed exactly where to hit the planet for maximum effect. The beam would strike at the equator and propagate through the molten core. The planet's rotation will help spread the quantum disruption, Dr. Turner explained to the team. The entire world will destabilize within minutes. Engineer Carl Davis checked all the systems 3 times. There could be no mistakes. If the weapon failed, Earth would be defenseless against the alien fleet. On the day of firing, Jake stood in the control room again. This time, he felt no hope, only grim determination. The aliens had forced this choice on humanity. Now they would face the consequences. Dr. Turner's hands were steady as he entered the targeting coordinates. The weapon locked onto Vel Cathis Prime, 37 light-years away, the same distance as the moon they had destroyed as a warning. Weapon charged and ready. Turner reported. Carter gave the final order. Fire. The quantum beam shot across the galaxy again. This time, instead of hitting a small moon, it struck the alien home world directly. The beam penetrated the planet's crust and reached the core. What happened next surprised everyone. The quantum energy didn't just destabilize the planet's core. It created a resonance effect that split the planet's quantum field in half. The world literally broke apart along the equatorial line. Vel Cathis Prime cleaved in 2. Both halves spun away from each other, trailing fire and debris. The organic computer core that controlled all the bioships was exposed to space and died instantly. Across the galaxy, every Velkan bioship suddenly stopped. Without the guidance of their home world, they began to malfunction. Some died immediately. Others went insane and attacked each other. The planet killers shut down, their ancient programming confused without commands from Vel Cathis Prime. The massive fleet heading for Earth began to break apart as ships collided or drifted aimlessly. Watched the alien ships around the colonies go dark one by one. The great Velkan hegemony, which had ruled space for thousands of years, was collapsing. It's over, Amy Walsh said quietly. They're all dead or dying. Jake felt no joy in the victory. Too many humans had died. And now an entire alien civilization was extinct, because of a weapon Earth had built, but humanity was safe. The colonies would survive. Children would grow up without fear of alien invasion. Dr. Turner stared at his calculations. The weapon had worked better than he had hoped. Too well, perhaps. He had created something that could destroy worlds with the press of a button. "What have we done?" he whispered. Admiral Carter heard him. "We survived," she said simply. "That's what we did. We survived." News of Velcathus Prime's destruction spread across the galaxy like wildfire. The Velcan hegemony was gone, but not everyone was happy about it. Jake Morrison received the first reports while cleaning up the dead alien ships around the colonies. Many of the bioships were still alive, but dying slowly. It was sad to watch, even though they had been enemies. "Captain, we're getting messages from other alien species," Amy Walsh reported. "Lots of them." The first message came from the Zephyrian Republic. They were a race of blue-skinned people who looked almost human. Their leader appeared on Jake's screen. "Greetings, humans," the alien said. "I am President Kell. We heard what you did to the Vulcans. We want to be friends." More messages followed. The Centauri Trade Federation wanted to make business deals. The Crystal Collective offered scientific knowledge. The Free Worlds Alliance asked for protection against pirates, but not all the messages were friendly. The hegemony had many friends. Some alien species were angry that humans had destroyed an entire world. "You are monsters," said Ambassador Thrix of the Void Hunters. The Velcans were keeping order in the galaxy. Now there will be chaos and war. "Admiral." Carter called Jake back to Earth for an emergency meeting. The situation was getting complicated fast. "We've identified 47 different alien civilizations," Carter told the Council. 12 of them are threatening us. 20 want to be allies. The rest are waiting to see what happens. Dr. Turner looked terrible. He had not been sleeping well since the weapon fired. "Maybe we should destroy the array," he said. "This power is too dangerous." "Are you crazy?" Jake asked. "That weapon is the only thing keeping us safe. Without it, any one of these alien species could invade us." "Jake's right," Carter said. "The galaxy knows we have this weapon now. It's our insurance policy." The first test came quickly. The hegemony, remnant made up of surviving Vulcan colonies, declared war on humanity. They had 20 ships left and wanted revenge. Jake led a small fleet to meet them. The Vulcans fought with desperate fury, but their bioships were weak without their home. World's guidance. The human fleet destroyed them easily. "No prisoners," Jake ordered. The aliens had shown no mercy to humans, so humans would show none to them. Word of the battle spread quickly. Other alien species understood the message. Humans would not be pushed around anymore. Dr. Turner spent his time studying the data from the weapon. What he found worried him. "The quantum resonance is still active," he told his team. "The energy we used to split Velcathus Prime created a permanent distortion in space-time." Dr. Marie Lopez looked at the readings. "What does that mean?" "It means the weapon is getting stronger on its own. The distortion is feeding on quantum energy from nearby stars. In a few years, we might be able to destroy multiple planets with one shot." This news made everyone nervous. Even Jake was worried about a weapon that could grow stronger by itself. "Can we control it?" Carter asked. "I think so," Turner said. "But we need to be very careful. One mistake could destroy our own solar system." Meanwhile, the galaxy was changing fast. With the Vulcans gone, old conflicts started again. Species that had been forced to work together began fighting each other. The Stellar Empire attacked the border worlds. The Machine Collective declared war on all organic life. Pirates raided trade routes that had been safe for centuries. Many alien species asked humans for help. They wanted Earth to use its weapon to stop the wars and bring peace. We could become the new rulers of the galaxy, suggested General Frank Brown. Use the weapon to force everyone to obey us. Carter shook her head. That's exactly what the Vulcans did. We'd become just like them. But some humans liked the idea of ruling the galaxy. They formed a political party called the Human Empire Movement. They wanted to use the weapon to conquer other worlds. Jake opposed them strongly. We built the weapon to defend ourselves, not to become tyrants. The debate split human society. Some people wanted to use their power to make the galaxy better. Others just wanted their species to be left alone. The decision was made for them when the Void Hunters attacked Earth directly. They had 30 ships and cloaking technology that made them invisible. The attack came without warning. Void Hunter ships appeared above Earth's major cities and began bombing them. Millions of people died in the first hour. Jake was on the moon. When the attack started, he watched in horror as energy beams struck the planet below. New York was burning. London was gone. The aliens were trying to destroy Earth's government. We have to use the weapon, Carter said. She was in an underground bunker that had survived the bombing. Dr. Turner was already at the controls. Where are their ships coming from? Amy Walsh, now promoted to commander, had tracked the Void Hunters to their base. They have a hidden fleet. In the Omega Nebula, 50 ships, maybe more. Target their fleet, Carter ordered. Turner hesitated. Admiral, the weapon's power has grown. If I fire now, I might destroy the entire nebula. There could be other species living there. Do it anyway. Jake said he was angry about the attack on Earth. They started this fight. The quantum resonance array fired its third shot. The beam crossed the galaxy and struck the Omega Nebula. The quantum energy tore apart the gas clouds and revealed the hidden Void Hunter fleet. But Turner was right. The weapon was too powerful now. Instead of just destroying the ships, it collapsed the entire nebula into a temporary black hole. Anything within 10 light years was sucked in and destroyed. When the destruction was over, the Void Hunters were gone. But so were 3 innocent alien colonies that had been hiding in the nebula. 60 billion people died because they were in the wrong place. The galaxy was horrified. Even Earth's allies began to fear them. The humans had become the most dangerous species in the galaxy. We're monsters now, Dr. Turner said. He was crying as he looked at the destruction reports. We killed more innocents than the Vulcans ever did. Jake felt sick too, but he tried to stay strong. We had no choice. They attacked Earth first. But deep down, he knew Turner was right. The weapon was changing them. Each time they used it, it became easier to kill billions of people. Admiral. Carter made a decision that surprised everyone. She ordered the quantum resonance array to be shut down. This stops now, she said. We've become the thing we fought against. The weapon is too dangerous to use. But it was too late to shut it down completely. The quantum distortion was too strong. The weapon was now self-sustaining, feeding on energy from nearby stars. We can reduce its power, Turner said. But we can't turn it off completely. It's become part of the fabric of space-time itself. The galaxy had learned to fear humanity, but humans had also learned to fear themselves. They had the power to destroy worlds, but they weren't sure they should use it. The question now was, what kind of species would humanity become? Protectors of the weak, or the new tyrants of the galaxy? The answer would determine the fate of every living thing among the stars. 5 years had passed since Earth destroyed Velcathis Prime. The galaxy was a very different place now. Jake Morrison, now an admiral, stood on the observation deck of the new space station orbiting Earth. The planet below was rebuilding from the Void Hunter attack. New cities rose from the ashes of the old ones. But the scars remained, reminding everyone of the price of power. The quantum resonance array still hung on the dark side of the moon. Dr. Turner had managed to reduce its power, but it could never be fully turned off. It had become known throughout the galaxy as the planet Cleaver. "Admiral Morrison to the bridge," came the announcement. Jake sighed and walked to the command center. Commander Amy Walsh was waiting for him with a report. She had aged quickly in the past 5 years. The weight of what they had done showed on everyone's faces. "We have visitors," she said. "A delegation from the new Galactic Council." The Council was something that had formed after the Vulcans were destroyed. 12 major alien species had joined together to try to keep peace in the galaxy. They wanted to talk to Earth about joining them. The alien delegation appeared on the main screen. There was President Kell from the Zephyrians, Ambassador Senna from the Crystal Collective, and others that Jake recognized. "Admiral Morrison," President Kell said, "we come with an offer." "I'm listening," Jake replied. "The galaxy needs leadership," Ambassador Senna said. Her crystal body glowed softly as she spoke. "Without the Vulcans, there is chaos everywhere. Wars between old enemies, pirates attacking trade ships, entire systems going dark." President Kell continued. "We want Earth to join the new Galactic Council. Help us bring order back to the galaxy." Jake was quiet for a moment. "What exactly are you asking?" "We want you to be the leader," Kell said. "Your species has the power to enforce peace. The planet Cleaver could stop wars before they start." "You want us to be the galaxy's police force," Jake said. "Yes," Senna admitted, "but not like the Vulcans. They ruled through fear alone. You could rule through justice." Jake thought about it. Many humans would like the idea of ruling the galaxy. But he remembered what had happened to the Vulcans. Power had corrupted them, made them cruel. "I need to discuss this with my government," Jake said. The debate on Earth was fierce. The Human Empire movement, led by General Frank Brown, strongly supported joining the council as leaders. "This is our chance," Brown said at the council meeting. "We can make the galaxy better, stop the wars, protect the weak." Admiral Carter was more cautious. "Power corrupts. Look what happened to the Vulcans. They probably started with good intentions too." Dr. Turner spoke against the idea. "The weapon has already changed us. Each time we used it, we became more willing to kill. If we become the galaxy's rulers, how long before we become tyrants?" Jake listened to all sides. Finally, he spoke. "I've seen what our weapon can do. I've seen the fear in alien eyes when they look at us. Is that really how we want to be remembered?" But the vote was close. Many humans wanted the power and respect that came with ruling the galaxy. In the end, Earth agreed to join the council, but not as leaders. They would be equal members, using their power only when all other options failed. The first test came quickly. The Machine Collective had declared war on all organic life. Their robot ships were destroying planets full of living beings. "Please, help us," begged Ambassador Vorth of the Centauri Federation. His people were being slaughtered by the machines. Only Earth has the power to stop them. Jake didn't want to use the planet Cleaver again. Too many innocents had died already. But the machines were getting stronger every day. Soon they would be unstoppable. "There has to be another way," he said. Dr. Turner had an idea. "What if we don't destroy their planets? What if we just shut down their machines?" The scientist had been studying the quantum weapon for years. He thought he could modify it to disrupt electronic systems instead of destroying matter. "It would shut down every machine in their empire," Turner explained, "but it wouldn't kill anyone." The modification took 3 months. During that time, the Machine Collective destroyed 6 more worlds. Billions of organic beings died while Earth prepared its weapon. Finally, the new version was ready. Instead of cleaving planets, it would send out quantum pulses that would shut down all artificial intelligence in the target area. "Firing," Turner announced. The beam shot across the galaxy and struck the machine collective's home system. Every robot, every computer, every artificial brain went silent at once. The war was over in seconds. The organic beings in the galaxy were safe from the machines. It worked perfectly, Turner said with relief. No one died. But Jake noticed something troubling in the reports. Some of the organic species in the target area had also been affected. Their cybernetic implants had failed. People with artificial hearts or computer-enhanced brains had died. We killed thousands anyway, Jake said sadly. Even when we try to be merciful, the weapon brings death. Over the next few years, Earth used the modified weapon several times. They stopped 3 wars and prevented 2 genocides. The galaxy became more peaceful, but it was a peace built on fear. Other species were terrified of making Earth angry. They solved their problems quickly, rather than risk having their technology shut down or their planets. DESTROYED. Dr. Turner finally finished his secret project. He had been working on it for 2 years without telling anyone. I've found a way to destroy the array, he told Jake privately. It would create a quantum implosion. The weapon would be gone forever. Jake was tempted. The weapon was a constant reminder of what they had done. But he also knew that without it, humanity would be vulnerable again. What if new enemies appear? Jake asked. What if someone else builds a planet killer? Then we'll face them without becoming monsters ourselves. Turner said. In the end, Jake decided to keep the weapon, but never use it again unless Earth itself was threatened. The planet Cleaver would remain as a deterrent, a reminder to the galaxy that humanity was not to be attacked. The quantum resonance array was moved to a secret location in deep space. Only a few people knew where it was. It would stay there, silent and waiting, until the day it was needed again. Years passed. The galaxy remained at peace, mostly. There were still small wars and conflicts, but nothing like the chaos that had followed the Velton's destruction. Jake, now old and gray, looked back on what had happened. Humanity had become the most powerful species in the galaxy, but they had paid a terrible price for that power. We fired a warning shot, he said to himself, looking at the stars. But sometimes I wonder if we're the ones who should have been warned. The galaxy was safer now, but it was also smaller. Everyone knew that somewhere in the dark, between the stars, Earth's weapon waited. One mistake, one act of aggression, and entire worlds could die. Humanity had wanted to explore the galaxy and make friends among the stars. Instead, they had become the thing that other species feared most, but they were alive. Their colonies were safe. Their children would grow up free. Perhaps that was enough. Perhaps survival was worth any price. The planet Cleaver hung in space, dark and silent. It had split one world in half and could split 1,000 more. It was humanity's greatest achievement and their greatest shame. And in the vast emptiness between the stars, it waited for the day when it might be needed again. The universe was full of wonders and terrors. Humanity had learned to be both.